It's not your first day of training camp ever, but still a little special to be out there for the first day again.
Yeah, no question. Excited to be on the grass. This summer flew by, but again, really excited to have these guys out here getting better. So, typical day one, did some good things, a lot of things to work on. But again, excited to have the guys be able to watch the film today and come back out tomorrow and hopefully get better.
Defense usually has the edge early on in training camp. How does that hit you emotionally? On the one hand, it's your defense, you're the head coach, you're excited. On the other hand, you're calling the plays on offense. So how does that hit you?
Well, Coach Coleman's calling them on offense, so it's
true.
Coach Coleman versus Coach DeWitt. So, I just want us to execute at a high level. Again, defense is about eliminating explosive touchdowns. So we talked to them about it today. A couple of times, the offense got behind the defense, and can't allow that to happen. So again, we're going to be a fast defense. We're going to be multiple, do a lot of different things, but we got to be sound. Again, if we can eliminate the ability for offenses to score in one play, I think we're going to be pretty special. And then offensively, we got to find a way to manufacture those. So again, did some good things on both sides, but obviously, like I said, a lot to do there.
In this era of the spring portal, you get a lot of new guys that don't get a lot of time to meet their teammates, but did you see them kind of adjusting in real time as practice went on?
Yeah, JoJo Stone made a great play early on, really got things going. Again, there's some guys that did some really good things. So the OTAs really helped us this summer, being able to get out there and work with the guys. There's a lot of retention, so that's a positive. But again, it's about bringing this team together, whether they were returning guys that came in the spring, or that we got here in the summer. The goal now in 25 days is to make that group gel. So today was a step in the right direction.
Coach, from the spring to now, who impressed you that maybe just in terms of conditioning and that you could see they really worked hard in the summer?
Well, I watched the film. Obviously, like I said, it's hot, close to 100 degrees out here this morning. So, had some guys, had some the heat got to him a little bit. So, there were some guys that pushed through it though. Alex Perry, the heat got to him early, but he was able to finish. Same with Zaire Flournoy. So, the heat right now is a hindrance, but it will be an asset for us come game day. So, really looking forward to seeing us continue to get in game shape. I thought Coach Hickman did an amazing job this summer, but again, there's nothing like putting 40 more pounds of pass on, coming out here running full speed for 2 hours.
What advantage do you think playing in this heat will have for teams that come down here and play you?
Well, hopefully the advantage is for us and not them, right? So, again, the heat always, the old saying, heat makes cowards of us all, fatigue, right? So, again, we got to be able to battle the elements. When that sun gets on, you start draining, that's when a lot of times your focus goes to your conditions of how you feel. So it's hot, I'm tired, I'm sore. So we want the other team to think about that as opposed to thinking about executing. For us, we won't let the elements bother us. Hopefully our focus will be on doing what we're supposed to do to be successful. And so when they come down here and they feel this South Florida heat for the first time, hopefully it's to our advantage.
We know about Lights as your starter, but what about some of the other QBs? How were they spinning the ball? Who can you break down a little bit how they look today?
Yeah, I thought Joe made some really decisive decisions, got the ball out of his hands quickly, has a command. You can tell he played a lot of football before. And so really excited about what he's been able to do. Clayton made some throws as he's always capable of. And then I think, Christian is coming along. He has all the talent in the world. But again, for him, it's about the game slowing down for him, really getting the plays. We're doing a lot of 4 reps where we're getting the young guys in some reps early to see what they can do. But all in all, I was pleased with the overall execution of the quarterbacks today.
When it comes to camp, defense usually starts out ahead of the offense, but across this first week, what are the main things you're looking for with your offense as you progress and head towards the regular season?
Well, obviously, offensively, it's about getting in sync. How fast can we get in sync? A lot of our plays are timing plays, guys having to be on the same page. And so for us, how quickly can we get that done? How fast can the offensive line get their calls in to make sure that we're blocking the right guys? How quickly can the quarterback signal to the receivers and they know what they're supposed to do on the field, right? So, again, it's all about the execution part of it for that side of the ball. Defense, you really right now just want to see them fly around and play with their hair on fire. So, again, I thought they did that today other than a couple busted coverages. But the emphasis right now offensively is about timing.
Coach, talk about Kerry and how he's sort of blended in with some of the other veterans in the running back room and just that unit in general, how it's looking.
Well, Coach Hippolyte, pushes those guys every single day. And so, Anthony coming in, he knows we have high expectations for him. He's played some reps at Georgia Tech, so he has some game experience. And so, he's right in the thick of a heated running back competition. So for us to be able to run the ball the way that we need to, it's going to take more than one guy. A lot of the attention goes to KJ Owens, but we need Anthony Kerry to be able to carry the ball. We need Tay Lyons to pick up where he left off at the end of last season. But we also need some of the other guys, Jordan Clemens, Nate Henry, Jose Corbo. We need the entire running back room to be ready to go if we're going to have the type of running game that we want to have.
You spoke about the offensive line back at Media Day. Talk about some of your takeaways from the first day and some of the linemen you're really excited to see going in the fall.
Well, I think you saw that first group have a lot of carryover from the spring.
Yep.
So not as many missed assignments on that side of the ball with that group. Second group is very talented, but you still see some of the rust. And so it's about trying to close that gap. Our job is to build a solid, healthy, two-deep offensive line. And so regardless of who the first five are, we need to have a second core of five that can come in at any time, right? And if we got that, then we feel like we have the depth we need to be a dominant offense.
Talk about, you know these guys now, they know you. The energy you saw there today. How good was the energy? What did they show?
At times it was really good. At times, once the heat started to kind of wear down on us, it dropped a little bit. So that's a challenge for us. Keep that enthusiasm, keep it high throughout the entire training camp. It's easy to be excited the first day. Everybody's ready to get out on the field for the first time. What's going to happen tomorrow when we got to do this all over again? What's going to happen a week from now when we're 5, 6, 7 days in? And so the goal, the mission is to keep that level of enthusiasm, to keep that fun that we talk about in our program throughout this entire training camp. And if we do that, we'll have the type of energy we need coming in.